I had a brilliant idea to make my bestie a custom look-alike twinning Sonny Angel for her birthday. First, we need to unbox the Sonny Angel I ordered. I got one from the veggie collection, and I'll be honest, I don't know much about Sonny Angels. But today, we're going to be doing some Sonny Angel plastic surgery. My bestie told me that when you unbox these find boxes, you have to cross out the ones you don't want and circle the ones you want. So that's what we're going to be doing. I'm hoping to get one of the veggies with a smoother head so it's going to be easier to customize later on. Okay, let's see which one we're going to get. I'm really hoping it's like the carrot one. Oh wait, oh, we got the cauliflower one, so cute! But see how I ripped open the package? I'm gonna come to regret that later on. Nope, don't worry, I didn't break the baby. This is just how they're made. To save money, the head is made separate from the body. That way they only have to make one new mold for each head. So, based on how they're made, you should be able to mix and match your baby's bodies and head to make custom little Sonny Angels. Though, don't quote me, I'm not a Sonny Angel expert. I'll be honest, I was a little disappointed pulling a cauliflower baby just because of its bumpy head, but it actually worked out really well later on. So let's start customizing. First, I'm gonna make a little sketch. But tell me why I literally took the most demonic picture. Anyways, I want the baby to look exactly like my bestie. I wanted it to look like as if the Sonny Angel was dressing up as her. So after this rough sketch, we're ready to start sculpting. Time for some surgery. We're not going to be reshaping the head. That will happen later on, but what we want to do is to rough up the smooth texture. So it is really important to note that I am wearing a mask. We definitely don't need extra microplastics in my lungs. Are you also a blind box fan? For me, I don't really like the blind box experience, but I love the figurines inside. I just really want to be able to choose the one that I like the most. So do you see how rough the texture is now? That's really gonna help the clay stick to the surface. Okay, let's move on to the next step. We're gonna use porcelain clay, and this is actually my first time ever using it, and I have no idea how it's going to go. I chose this because I really don't like the other air dry clay options, so might as well try it out. I wasn't sure why it was so shiny when I opened it, but then I quickly realized it was wrapped in plastic wrap. This clay is super soft and it feels like mochi. It's so easy to smooth over, and I seriously don't know why I didn't try it earlier. It might be because of the $18 price point, but I think it's worth it. Our first step is to smooth over the head. So see how the clay immediately sticks to the rough texture? This is going to make a smooth base for when we style her hair. This is going to be a little crazy, but it's also my first time to make a custom doll. So if it goes wrong, I'm going to have to buy a new baby and start all over again. So I'm trying to be extra careful, and hopefully all my crafting skills really help me out. Now let's start styling her hair. I'm using these silicone tools to help shape the tiny details. I love these tools because they allow you to get into the tiny corners and it doesn't stick to anything. I've had these tools for about 6 years and I really love and recommend them to everyone. I'm not really going for a realistic hairstyle. I want it to look like as if it was made out of vinyl toy material. And I'm trying to stick to the Sonny Angel style, which focuses more on big shapes. So right now I'm cutting a little notch so it looks like a split in the bangs. And yes, it definitely looks like a helmet right now, but we're gonna set this aside to dry as it's only gonna be the base for our hairstyle. Now I'm starting on the dress, and you can see that because I didn't sand it down, the clay doesn't stick as well. But that's less important because the dress wraps all the way around, so it's more secure. Now I'm going to start building up the shape of the dress. I was having some issues with blending the clay into the body, and you'll see why this issue becomes a huge problem when we start painting. I let everything dry overnight. When it's dry, it becomes semi-transparent and rock hard. I can tell the dress is not dry yet because the thick areas are still white. So let's finish up sculpting the hair. This clay is a really good all-rounder and I just love how soft it is. The only reason to not use this is if your item needs to be waterproof, as later on I found out that this clay actually melts in water. It was surprisingly easy to blend the dry and wet clays together. Then I filled in any holes that made the head bumpy. Now that everything is fully dry, we're going back to sanding. This way we can make sure that the head is super smooth and easy to paint and that it also looks like vinyl. I'm first going in with a rough sand and then using a finer grit to smooth it out. We're looking so cute, but I was having some problems blending the dress into the body, so I tried shaving down the sides with a knife. I don't think it was working, so I decided to just start painting instead and think about it later. We're going to be using this color mixing paint set to get some custom colors. Unlike normal primary shades, these specific shades allow you to make vibrant colors. To make sure we have really good color payoff, we're going to start with a coat of white paint. I have these little applesauce containers that I saved and I love using them for mixing paint. I'm also going to be extra careful to not get any paint on the baby's face. After patching up that little bald spot, let's also paint the body white while making sure we do a few extra layers for the white undershirt. Since the base color isn't white, you'll notice that we'll have to paint a few extra layers. At this point, the unblended clay was getting really noticeable, and I was still trying to trick myself to think that it would be okay. Can you see that edge? It's even more noticeable after painting. My bestie has really pretty brown hair, so we're gonna use some color theory to mix the perfect color. Have you ever noticed that when mixing colors, you get to a point where no matter how much color you add, the color just doesn't change much? The easiest way to fix that is to take out a small blob of the color you just mixed into another palette, and that way it's going to be easier for you to add new colors. I know the first few layers of paint always look super rough, but let's just trust the process, okay? After I finish painting my 3 layers, you'll see how perfect it's gonna look. This is what it looks like after 3 layers. See? I told you the color would look really good, right? While I was painting, I was struck with an idea on how to fix the dress. I decided to sculpt a flat edge on the top and blend it out using a brush dipped in water. This is where I realized that the water blends the clay perfectly, and I'm definitely going to use this technique in the future. Now to finish off the hair, I'm going to add some tiny highlights as details. I'm mixing a blue with a little green tint for her eyes. And tell me why I thought painting the face was going to be so easy, and I immediately accidentally painted her hair blue. To fix that, I just get a clean wet brush, add some water to the mistake, and use a paper towel to dab away the paint. Painting her face was so difficult because of how tiny everything was. Even the tiniest brush I had was gigantic. I painted on some lip tint and everything is looking so cute and it's finally coming together. Now hold your breath because it's time to draw on the eyeliner. I'm also using the eyeliner to shape the final look of the eye. Doll makers really make painting these tiny details look so easy. My hand was literally cramping up painting these tiny lashes. There's actually this artist that makes sculptures you can only see under microscopes. For his smallest sculpture, he said he used a piece of dust to paint a piece of dust. And that is how I felt painting these lashes. We can finally breathe again. Now all I have to do is paint the dress before the final reveal. Lucky for us, the black is super opaque, so we only need one layer. I can't wait till it's all done. I also plan to pack it up really cute and fill the package with a bunch of our cute stickers. Okay, we're finally in the home stretch. I thought it would be so cute to give her some tiny nail polish to match her eyes. Look at how tiny these nails are. Plus, I added some sparkle highlights to her hair. Finally, my bestie's go-to makeup look is a lot of blush, so I had to add that with some chalk pastels. Before we pack it all up, let's attach the head and roll the reveal clips. So remember when I savagely ripped open the box at the start of the video? Well, that's gonna bite me right now. First, I gathered a bunch of sticker sheets to gift and started to wrap the baby in a little bag using our junk food dog washi tape. Our washi tape is extra thick, so you can also cut out the characters and use them as stickers. I quickly realized I ripped off too much of the packaging at the start, and now the Sonny Angel doesn't fit. I wanted to put it back in the box exactly how it arrived, so it would be an even bigger surprise. Because I ripped too much of the packaging, I'm just gonna pretend I bought the Sonny Angel on eBay and it arrived a little weird.
See, totally normal.
I'm adding a few of our sticker sheets that she doesn't have yet, including some of our super sparkly ones. I'm also adding in this Bichon Bush Pup and the pin that I forgot to give her last time. I had so much fun making this custom look-alike Sonny Angel, and now it's off to its forever home.